Opinion Modi government's resolute pursuit for a Naxal-free India. Under the resolute leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Amit Shah, India is forging an unyielding path to eradicate Naxal terror, or left-wing extremism, by March 31, 2026. This audacious deadline embodies a fierce resolve to dismantle an insurgency that has haunted the nation for over 5 decades, claiming countless lives, stunting progress, and testing the resilience of India's democratic spirit. Through a dynamic blend of aggressive security operations, transformative development, and compassionate rehabilitation, the Modi government is not merely confronting Naxalism, but reimagining the future of India's tribal heartlands, weaving a vision of peace and prosperity. Naxalism, rooted in socio-economic inequities and fueled by ideological extremism, has long cast a dark shadow over India's mineral-rich, tribal-dominated regions, particularly in Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, and Maharashtra. Since taking office in 2014, PM Modi has prioritized this internal security threat, viewing it as a barrier to inclusive growth and democratic governance. Home Minister Amit Shah, with his characteristic clarity, has labeled Naxalism the biggest challenge to our democratic system, noting its toll of nearly 17,000 lives over 4 decades. Yet, the government's confidence in setting a 2026 deadline is far from rhetorical. It is anchored in a decade of tangible progress. From 126 Naxal-affected districts in 2014, the number has shrunk to just 12 by 2024, with only 6 classified as heavily affected. Incidents of Naxal violence have plummeted by 53% and deaths have dropped by 70% compared to the 2004-2014 period. This remarkable decline underpins a strategy Amit Shah describes as ruthless yet humane, seamlessly blending decisive action against armed insurgents with heartfelt outreach to those ready to abandon violence, shrinking the Naxal footprint and kindling hope for lasting peace. The Modi government's approach is a masterful balance of strength and compassion, addressing both the symptoms and root causes of Naxalism through a holistic strategy. At its core lies a relentless campaign to neutralize armed Naxalites. Security forces, including the CRPF and state police, are equipped with modern assault rifles, advanced weaponry, and enhanced training, dominating LWE strongholds with precision. Over the past 5 years, 302 forward operating bases have been established, constricting Naxal operational space, while the Home Ministry's Air Wing, supported by 68 night landing helipads, ensures rapid deployment in remote terrains. A laser-focused effort to dismantle the Naxal leadership has neutralized 15 Politburo and Central Committee members, crippling its command structure. Yet, the government knows that force alone cannot uproot an insurgency born of despair. Naxalism thrives in the shadows of abject deprivation, and the Modi administration is countering this with a floodlight of development. PM Modi's vision of a Viksit Bharat is taking root in Naxal-affected regions through roads, railways, schools, hospitals, and mobile towers. In Chhattisgarh's Bastar, over 9,000 houses have been built under the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, restoring dignity to families scarred by violence. Welfare schemes have achieved full saturation, ensuring access to education, healthcare, and jobs. As Home Minister Shah often emphasizes, peace and development are the only paths to change, a mantra transforming once isolated regions into vibrant hubs of opportunity. Equally vital is the government's outstretched hand to Naxalites, as firm as its iron fist. In 2024, over 880 Naxalites surrendered in Chhattisgarh, with 521 in the last 3 months alone, drawn by a Suntob-unveiled surrender policy that promised financial aid, jobs, and a fresh start. Stories like Jamati Banjam, a former Naxal now serving in the District Reserve Guard, or Dhananjay, who aids security forces, illuminate the transformative power of rehabilitation. Home Minister Amit Shah's personal appeal surrender, and your rehabilitation is our responsibility carries weight, though he warns that those who cling to violence will face unrelenting action. Meanwhile, the government is choking Naxalism's lifeline by disrupting its funding and urban networks. The Enforcement Directorate has targeted financial channels, while crackdowns on urban Naxal networks sever logistical and ideological support, isolating the insurgency in both jungles and cities. At the heart of this mission are the tribal communities, often caught in the crossfire. Initiatives like the Bastar Olympics and cultural festivals celebrate indigenous traditions, giving tribal youth a stake in India's future. PM Modi's commitment to preserving Adivasi culture reflects a deep dedication to empowerment without alienation, ensuring that tribal heartlands pulse with pride and possibility. Recent operations, particularly in Chhattisgarh, underscore the government's momentum. In February 2025, a massive operation in Bijapur felled 31 Maoists, recovering a cache of arms and explosives. March saw another Bijapur encounter claim 22 Naxalites, part of a broader sweep that neutralized 90 Naxals, arrested 104, and secured 164 surrenders in early 2025. On March 29, security forces struck again on the Sukhma-Dantewada border, eliminating 17 Naxalites and seizing automatic weapons. The pinnacle came on May 14, when a 21-day operation in the Kurigutta Hills along the Chhattisgarh-Telangana border wiped out 31 Naxalites without a single security casualty. Home Minister Amit Shah called it the biggest ever operation against Naxalism, noting that the tricolor now flies in a former bastion of Red Terror. These operations, totaling over 90 Naxalites neutralized in 2025, reflect the seamless synergy of intelligence, training, and resolve, with the Chhattisgarh Police, CRPF, and DRG earning Home Minister Amit Shah's praise for carving a path to peace. As the March 2026 deadline approaches, the government is intensifying its efforts. Amit Shah's regular reviews with chief ministers and security officials ensure seamless coordination, while PM Modi's visits to Naxal-affected regions radiate resolve. The message is clear: surrender for a better future, or face the full might of the state. By blending ruthless operations with compassionate outreach, the government is not only defeating Naxalism but winning the trust of communities long trapped in its shadow. Swipe left for next video. The mission to eradicate Naxalism by March 31, 2026, transcends a mere security goal. It is a promise of a stronger, safer, and more prosperous India. Prime Minister Modi and Home Minister Shah are crafting a future where tribal heartlands thrive with opportunity, not fear. Recent operations and transformative policies are the threads of this vision. As India edges closer to a Naxal-free dawn, the legacy of this resolute quest will stand as a testament to the importance of political willpower. Tuina Sinha is a national spokesperson of BJP, besides being an author. Views expressed in the above piece are personal and solely those of the author. They do not necessarily reflect News 18's views. Latest blogs.